Vagina. Vaginas. My favorite type of person has a vagina. Let's see if we're good and ready here. Much like a boomer, it's only been what, 6 years, and I still haven't figured this out, right? You would imagine after this long, maybe I would have gotten some semblance of logic, maybe some understanding of how the internet works. Let's see. Let's go here. Okay, yeah, that really sounds annoying. With gum. I didn't realize. It's also great when you have what do you call this? Fucking just the echo, the ever-ending echo, never-ending echo, much like the ones that are in your head, right? It's very similar to what I have. Yeah, let's see how this looks like. It kind of looks like shit, right? I wanted to try streaming from my camera. I had a little small camera, a DJI Osmo Pocket, that apparently you could stream from, but I didn't want to do that because it's retarded. It's retarded. It'd be interesting because the camera follows you around, but what would be the point, right? It's the same thing as this, and it'd get tiring after maybe 10 minutes. The joke would pretty much expire. But we're doing a little bit of a live stream, right? It's not the standard one, right? That I've been trying to do because that setup is very annoying. It takes a while to set up, and then on top of that, there's a bunch of wires and cables all around. It's very obnoxious. Also, this is very obnoxious. I might just hold this like this, and have this at a reasonable height and not above my face. That looks a little bit better, right? But then again, it looks like I'm in the ground and I'm a midget here. This is kind of the vibe that we're going. I don't know if I'm enjoying this, but you know what? Okay, we'll do it this way. We'll do it this way. I guess this fits the aesthetic of the channel. Welcome to the live stream, right? As you could imagine, you're in for a world of time wasting. It's not really productive use of your time to watch these live streams, but that's okay. That's fine, right? What else are we doing on YouTube, anyways? But wasting time until the inevitable end. And by end, I mean death. So I've dropped a couple videos this past week that were quite the fun ones, right? A couple good ones, usually. We have some comments going as well. Manel says, oh, yeah, production value. Appreciate that, right? Especially considering this looks like a rat's anus. Let's see what it looks like in full glorious 1080p. Or sorry, 720p. Let's see how it looks like in 720p. Even at 720p, it looks like atrocious. Wow, man. This is really what I allow myself to look like, right? This is really what I allowed myself to look like. The hat, the fucking hair. Maybe I should have done it, put it up. I apologize profusely for those of the guys that watch me and are used to seeing an aesthetic of my own my body that's passable. This is not even remotely passable. Production value, been a minute since I've been on a live stream. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well, Stu Batman. Mark says, hi, I've been watching YouTube videos for 4 to 5 years from England, even when your identity was a secret. Uh, Brilliant channel, or brilliant Chanel. Or no, actually, you said channel. No, I'm actually a blind retard. You said it with one L, so it is Chanel. Well, thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. As I'm sure you've noticed, I visited your country a couple months back, and I'm still shaking off the habits that I got over there. And I was over there maybe 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks, and that was enough for me to linger with all the habits of a normal Brit, which involve tea. It involves looking the wrong way when you're crossing a street, because here obviously the streets are reversed to where you are. So in crossing a street, I looked the wrong way, right? That was a habit I had to shake for a little bit. Stu Batman, how did your new tattoo go? Well, I got that a while ago. I got that maybe a week and a half ago, and it's this one right here. That's a small tattoo, right? And then smaller tattoo right there. It's a small tattoo and then smaller tattoo. So those are good. The guy kind of fucked it up on the O, but that's fine. That's okay. I don't care. They're words, right? I do like the fact that they're Times New Roman and they're all ironic tattoos. None of them are legitimate. I was thinking of getting a legitimate one, right? Like, oh, like a little pig eating a cake, but the pig has a tattoo on it, right? That says tattoo. That's what I thought I should get. But then that becomes a real tattoo, and I don't want to do that. That's kind of a time waste. The point is to kind of ironically show that tattoos are pointless and meaningless by getting them. Let's see. Always good ones. Time enjoyed is not time wasted. Gut Buster Mike. Oh, man. Wow, dude. Wow. Thank you for that. It really means a lot that you consider this to be time enjoyed and it's not really a waste of your time. Show us your feet. Let's see. The bottom of my feet are not relatively dirty, so I could actually show, right? I should censor it, right? I wish I had a way of censoring this. But this is what the piglies are looking like. I've always been told I have retarded feet, right? I've always been told that my feet are on the retarded side because I have the distance. Look at this. The distance between this one and this one is my dick's length. So that's kind of a dumb toe thing. But I've also seen people that have big toes that extend all the way up to here, right? So that's also something that I've seen. Funny tattoos are better than just basic crap most people hate. Yep, that is true, right? And I have gotten some good compliments. Manel says, today is Desbunda Day. Let's get terribly trashed and regret it tomorrow. That's funny coming after Cinco de Mayo, right? Which was yesterday. So I imagine you guys have yours, what, today? That's kind of odd. Makes sense, though. To me, all Latin country, all Latin-based people come from one unit. That's the way I see it. It's not Cubans, Mexicans. It's all one place, right? That's the way that I tend to see it. Jason says sorry. No, nothing to apologize for, right? Feet are in, and I think that a magician's feet are more valuable because it's rare that magicians show you their feet, and I don't care, right? If you're Dan Schneider, if you're the former what is it, creative director of Nickelodeon that has been told had significant feet fetishes, right? If you're there watching this, you're not getting turned on because I'm not a 9-year old showing you my feet. I'm a 32-year-old man showing you my feet. So that's the joke there. Police say you're coming back to Blackpool next year. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Depends. It's very expensive. It was very expensive over there, getting there and doing all this stuff, which is why, as a matter of fact, I don't think I'm going to Magic Live. I was looking forward to it, but it's too fucking pricey, man. That's a little bit above my price range. And I looked up prices when I was going to go in 2019 for Vegas. Ooh, and everything was reasonable. Everything was reasonable over there. So you would the flight would be pretty much very cheap. The stay over there would be even cheaper because that's not where they fuck you in Vegas. In Vegas, where they fuck you is with the casinos. So they're willing to stomach the cost of having very expensive hotels because they know you're going to gamble, and that's where they make the big bucks, right? So when it comes to food and lodging over there, it's pretty cheap. Not anymore, my friends. Not anymore. It's very expensive, and I think I'm gonna sit out the trip. I rather treat myself to shoes and masturbate. So same thing with Blackpool. Although Blackpool, I feel is actually more reasonable, or England is more reasonable than going to Vegas, even though it's within my same fucking country. You would imagine it to be cheap, but I think flights and flight companies and also hotels are trying to catch up from all the time they missed with COVID and the restrictions and not letting enough people and having all the mess. So they're trying to make up for that by overcharging, right? So what I love too is that about Vegas, looking at like ticket prices, the hotels initially seem reasonable, right? You look at the price and you go, whoa, that's not bad. My goodness, that's pretty reasonable. And then they go, no, 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 no. With each stay, you're paying a fee every day. And then that fee is more than the initial price of the hotel. So no, thank you. So I might, I'm probably going to sit that out. 90% sure. Cheaper from Miami than LA, that's for sure. Well, Florida, I think, is just got voted the number one most unaffordable state in terms of lodging and rent, which I believe. I believe that. As a matter of fact, my landlord is the worst. He hasn't even picked up his rent check. But when it comes to the majority of living here, it's overpriced considering the average means of or the average income. But then again, you go to LA and it's just gross, right? So I'd rather live here than anywhere else. I'm biased. I'm also biased towards Florida because I enjoy my state. Is this an emergency broadcast? Does it look like that? Could you imagine if maybe there's some sort of nuclear war and this is the last broadcast that you see, right? That'd be pretty fucked. To get to UK, I mean, cheaper from Miami than LA, that's for sure. Oh, okay, you're talking about to get to LA. Yeah, yeah, but you would think it's cheaper to go to England than it is to go to fucking Vegas. Vegas is just overdone right now. It doesn't make any fucking sense when I was looking up the prices because obviously the last time I went, I've been there, I think twice, I think. But the last time I went, everything was reasonable because it was not in a travel season. 2019, when I looked everything up, it was still reasonable. It was still extremely reasonable. Now, post COVID, no thank you. No thank you. I rather watch my dad make out with my mom. Daniel says I'm here for Daniel. Daniel being the most full of shit person. I forgot what you said yesterday in our conversation, but it just reminded me as to how much, how full of shit you actually are when it comes to yourself. It's like, oh yeah, you just needed to. Oh, and you said that in the video that I made, I should have referred to you somehow because you love hearing your own name. So there you go. But I dropped some videos this last week, some fun videos. They were great, right? I enjoyed them. I don't know if you enjoyed them. I don't know if you saw them. I don't know if you saw them, but one of them is a video on psychics. I like to do those from time to time. It gets me upset. It gets my blood boiling, but I do it for you guys. I obviously don't do it for the views, but I do it as a service because I'm trying to be the cop here. I'm trying to be the police when it comes to trying to have some semblance of logic, right? And these psychics just throw logic out the window. Now, the thing about psychics is that they're usually very attractive girls, which is what I've noticed looking through the videos. They're very attractive women that say, hey, yo, all right, here's something that you could do as a person in order to test yourself for psychic ability. They're usually very attractive, so it's difficult for me to keep attention as I'm scrolling through these TikToks. So I tend to go for the troglodytes. I tend to look for the people that kind of look like my mom a little bit, and then those are the ones that I highlight in the videos. Those are the ones that I enjoy. To get the UK view, I'm here for Daniel. I'm back from Hogwarts. I don't know what you mean by that. I assume, in my infinite ignorance as an American, I assume that everywhere overseas looks like Hogwarts, like in Portugal. Peter, ooh, psychics. Is that actually you? Is that actually you, Mr. Turner? I don't know if that's you or some fake account pretending to be Peter Turner. You never know with you specifically. I never know. It could be one of your cohorts, right? It could be one of your league of extraordinary gentlemen. I don't know if it's actually you or not. Me actually, and the worst part is that YouTube used to have this feature where you could go to channel. I can no longer do that. Oh, they put it back. Okay, I could actually put it back now. I could pin comments. I could report it. I could remove it. I could hide you, and then I could add you as a moderator. Go to channel. Let's see if it's actually legitimately you, and it is in fact the man, the myth, with the last videos that you posted saying I'm sorry. This is when you know things are real, by the way. When you're like, I haven't even noticed this, but you look at your channel and the last videos are, we need to talk, followed by, I sincerely apologize. Then you have a reaction video. And then you have one that says, I need your help. And then the other one here says, so you're thinking of getting a tattoo. I don't know why I haven't seen this one before. Maybe I should have seen that one before I decided to idiotically get small tattooed on my person, as well as meaningful tattoo, or smaller tattoo, or another tattoo, or a tattoo and then a real tattoo, right? Although the one thing that I do regret about this one, I regret all of them, but I do regret that this one's not small. Like I like an idiot, I guess in conversation, I said, yeah, that's fine. But I should have had this be a small tattoo and then this be a really, really small tattoo, right? That actually would have been funnier than small tattoo and smaller tattoo. A really, really small tattoo. Alas, my friends, I have regrets. But maybe it's a fake account. I can't believe you spotted it. Well, I just verified it. I just verified it, you fuck. Pig playing good cop, bad magician again. When is ham radio back together? I hate to say it, but we miss Dan and Piggy together. I don't. I don't miss Dan and Piggy together. I don't miss that. I was actually looking at my own videos, as a matter of fact. I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of full of my own self. So I was looking at my old videos and laughing because there's no one in this planet that I find funnier than this guy. Two thumbs and loves BJs than this guy. So I was looking at my old videos, I was looking at my old streams, and specifically, I was looking at my old ham radios. And I realized that there's a couple of them that Daniel tries to have some quips, right? And then every once in a while, he'll drop like a good one, like a good banger, like a good, I would say maybe like a 5 out of 10 joke. But then the rest of it is just it's interrupting, it's atrocious, it's him trying to make some terrible reference to the way Daniel's humor works is that he watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He watches Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and he has a shit memory, so it's him retelling those jokes without realizing that he's retelling those jokes. So 99% of his humor comes from theft, essentially. Let's see, alternative. You said it's a fake account. All right, you said that one, and then it said I was trying to clickbait, but I'm not very good at it. Mine sound like I'm asking for pocket money. Yeah, that's what I noticed, and I like that they're in a row when it comes to your channel. I like that they're come in succession. Apart from that one where you peppered in a reaction video, you just said no. Let me just have a channel where I'm clickbaiting. But you know what? You got better views than I did because let's see what my last one did. Let's see what my last one did, and I thought that was a good video too, debunking psychics or it's not it's less debunking. Let's be honest, it's less debunking and more just shit talking, ugly divorced women. That's kind of what it was. This one about 700 pro magician, and I put pro in quotes because technically I'm a professional because I've made money doing this. Believe it or not, I've made money doing magic tricks. But to what extent is really the argument. But that was a fun video. I like that. I like doing that. It really reminds me that I'm not that bad, right, when it comes to where I'm at. Whenever I see psychics on TikTok or anywhere else, it reminds me it's not too bad. You're not horrendous, Piggy. Um, a name that I can't pronounce says or a really big small tattoo. Yeah, that would have been the other one. I was considering getting a sleeve, but getting the word sleeve tattooed massively on my arm, like sleeve tattoo, right? But I chose against that. Not only because of price, because that'd probably be pricey, but there's no way to make it look good. I'd want it in Times New Roman, and I don't think it'd look good in Times New Roman stretched out as big as I want it. Nope. JKRs basically copy pasted our college tradition and called it Hogwarts. What the fuck is JKR? I feel like that's some sort of thing you send to someone on an AOL message board, and then you end up on To Catch a Predator, which I haven't. AJ Constantine says, "Don't tell me you got one of them dopey 52 club finger tats." No, but I don't even want to consider getting a tattoo on my finger. I don't even want to consider that. But I will emphatically mention that I will never get a tattoo with a playing card or a magic related tattoo. Just mind you, I'm full of. I was gonna say another word, but I can't say that anymore. With clinically retarded tattoos, right? I'm completely inundated with those. But to get a playing card tatted on my finger, so then I could take a picture with people like this, right? Like, oh hey, look, we got playing cards. I'm the 7 of spades. What? You're the 7 of spades? Yeah, okay there, buddy. Not a fan of that at all. I don't even know what would be. the tat I would get on a finger, because it would have to be some form of irony, right? So it would have to be maybe finger tattoo, but that's a lot of words on a finger. I actually enjoyed that video, and it was a nice break from pure magic content. I hope you do more of those. Yep, KXD, I will. I will. I have a couple that I've done of that same variety, right? Where I look at TikTok psychics and then talk about their lack of logic and their fucking leaps, right? When you see these people, that's the thing that I mentioned in the video that I cannot stand, which is the made up academia, right? And what I mean by that is they make up all these terms, right? They make up all these phrases, and then it's almost like if you don't know what they're saying, you're dumb, like you're an idiot for not knowing what they're getting at. So if you don't understand that this has to do with this, and oh, your spirit guides. Everybody should know that you have more than one spirit guide, and everybody has a spirit guide that tells them what they should do. And then if you feel an instinct, right? If you feel like a gut instinct, that's not a gut instinct. It's your spirit guide communicating with you. What? Am I fucking... This one tattoo to say, I regret this one. Yeah, right. I've thought of that. The other day, I actually had a really dumb moment, which happens quite often. Or actually, no, it happens rarely. It rarely happens. But I was in the kitchen and I forgot who was here. And I go, oh my God, I got a great idea for a tattoo. I should get another tattoo, right? And get like another tattoo tattooed on myself somewhere. And then as I was looking down, I realized I already have that. I already have that. You're an idiot. This is what happens for your parents being related. That this is a sort of logic that you missed out on by having normal parents. Peter says, be nice or I'll send David to review your live channel. I'm hovering over the comment. God damn it. I love that that's a weapon. That's another one. Reading the blog post. I made a video, if you haven't been aware of this, people that are currently watching this. I made a video a little while ago that I recommend everybody to watch called The Batman of Mentalists, The Batman of Mentalism. Right, and that one is in regards to an individual that has a blog, right, where he talks about magic and he or mentalism specifically, and he's it's the best. It's better, arguably, than the Jerks. It's better than any other attempt at a magic blog that I've seen, in the sense that he just doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about what you feel. He doesn't care about your emotions. He hits you with logic to the point where it feels like you're I don't know, fighting Goku from Dragon Ball Z, and he's just punching you from all different places, and you don't know where you're being punched. But at the end of it, you realize, oh yeah, you're right. There's no way that you could argue with this guy. People have tried to argue with him. You can't, because he just comes in with logic, and then he'll argue with you using your own words, using things you've said. So he goes, oh, haha, it's funny that you mentioned that, because here you've said this. And he'll argue with you with your own words. And that blog is just something that I enjoy reading. So I'm glad that you're using that as a weapon, Peter. I appreciate that. Let's see. Sorry, I'm going through these. We have fucking Phil. We have Philip Fur here saying, how about that tattooed somewhere? So you can make people pick a word or whatever, and then you could bet them, oh my God, I have that tattooed on my arm. But here's the problem with that, right? Because I'm an idiot, and I would want to hit it on the head. Like for me, it's for example, this tattoo that says another tattoo, right? It's gonna get to the point where it's very confusing when I get this tattoo, right, or that tattoo. Notice how I wrote the word tattoo after it, right? Because I don't feel like it would be funny unless it had the word tattoo, unless it explained itself. In this case, another. Right? So if I got the word another tattooed on my arm, it would be funny because it's literally another tattoo. Right? It's a tattoo. It says another, but it's a tattoo. So it's another tattoo. There's no need for tattoo, like tattooed on my arm. I hope that makes sense. But it's not enough for me. Like I feel like it has to almost explain. So I have to explain the joke by writing another tattoo. So I could have done that. But what I would feel is that I would feel like it's lacking the explanation. So I would probably end up getting that tattoo, right? So instead of just getting the word that, I would get the word that tattoo, which would kind of be dumb because it's explaining itself, but then it's also idiot proof, right? It's dumb proof. And these are mostly for myself, but I do appreciate when somebody goes, dude, really? I go, yeah, I got that. So the word that, I would have to put the word tattoo after. That's just me. So that's a great idea though. And I hate that you're just a fountain of fantastic ideas. I hate that. AJ says nothing more awkward than David trying to talk to pigs in Blackpool. He's like the Ned Flanders of magic. What are you talking about? David trying to talk to pigs in Blackpool. I don't know if we're talking about that. There are too many Davids. There are too many fucking Davids in the community, right? We have Orthodoxy. We have David, the Batman of Mentalist. There's another David. I'm trying to recall, but again, my memory is that of an inbred. But yeah, Phil, I hate that. You got that clever. Then say that word. Then it's on the head. But then I'd get that word tattoo. Like the tattoo that I would get would be that word tattoo. Right? I can't help it. I can't help it. It's like this one, right? Would it not be better if I wrote a real, right? Because then it would be a real tattoo. So you wouldn't have to have the word tattoo. But I feel like I have to. I feel like I have to. So, Orthodoxy. I didn't talk to Orthodoxy in Blackpool. I talked to him in Magi Fest. I talked to him in Magi Fest. And talking to him was like talking to a disappointed father. He's like, cut your hair, all right? Trim your beard, put on a polo, all right? And tuck it in. That's essentially what he told me. I can't believe this guy's crowd. Phil says, I can't believe this guy's crowdsourcing stupid tattoos. Yeah, I realized I should have named this stream instead of Based Magician does a live stream. I should have maybe called it something like Idiot Magician uh, fucking gets tattoo ideas. I'm sure there's a more clever way of saying that. Uh, Idiot Magician, yeah, Idiot Magician crowdsources tattoos. That'd be the correct title. Fuck. A tattoo of a fish on the finger is cool, or a camel on your toe. Fish on the finger. What's that even mean? Like a fish on the finger. Is that like a fingering joke? Is that a fingering joke? I don't know where the ladies, how the ladies are at over there, but they would all have to be fairly fishy in order for me to justify getting a fish tattoo on my finger. Sorry, Freudian slip there. The jerks is better, says Michael Lawrence. Maybe in terms of variety of content, maybe the jerks is better, but I think in overall style, in just the way this guy dissects and then also the improvements that he makes on certain effects. Not to be virginy, but the improvements that he makes, the just the time that he takes to credit and to mention all the stuff that he does, because he doesn't just talk out of his ass. He'll specifically cite things and then he'll justify his reasons. I think that is better than the jerks, and I know that the jerks has a lot of fanboys, right? But I do think that if David and Andy were to fight, I'm pretty sure David wouldn't even have to put full force. He wouldn't even have to put half force. He'd probably destroy him before the date of the fight, to the point where Andy wouldn't even show up. Andy has small dick energy to me, right? Andy has like a little bit of a small dick energy to me. He has a little bit of, sorry to say it, but a California vibe, right? A little bit of a Cali vibe I get from Andy from the Jerks. Whereas David, I get like a fucking like Texas, right? Even though I know where he's from, I get like a Texas vibe, like a fucking no. Like I sleep with a gun. Like that's the sort of vibe I get from David. Like tobacco, like he chews tobacco, but not the like doesn't chew the thing. He chews cigars. That's what I feel when I want to compare David versus Andy. Let's go through these. Sorry, I realized maybe I should have more content than just going through the comments, but then you guys just have so much that you bring to the table here. All right, I can't help but going through, and I hate these streams. By the way, let me just divert here for a second. I hate looking at streams where it's just people looking at the chat, right? They look at the chat, and then I hate those streams. But I find myself doing that just because you guys in the PigCake community happen to have your heads on straight. You have your heads in the correct place, so you guys provide content that is different from the streams that I usually hate. Heat Shield says, does anyone yet have a tiny ace of spades tattoo in the corner of their eye in place of a teardrop? Well, teardrops usually signify that you've killed somebody, from my lack of understanding of gangs, right? So if you have a teardrop, it means that you killed a guy. I remember cringily in high school, there was a kid that drew a teardrop tattoo on him. He drew it with like a Sharpie. It's like, it's the same kid that he mentioned that he was sponsored. He was a professional skater. He also mentioned that he robbed a grocery store in the summer, and the judge let him off because he knew that he was going to go to school and that he was a Blood and a Crip. He was part of the Bloods and the Crips at the same time, and also that he's going to the army. This is the same kid that mentioned all of that when I was in high school, and he drew a teardrop, and the dumb hose asked him, and he said, "You don't want to know why I drew that. You don't want to know, dude. You're like 16. Like, what what could you possibly have done uh, that would justify?" And it's like a nerd school. It's not like a real hard school. It's like a nerd school. Everybody that went there was an absolute fucking nerd. So you don't know. You don't want to know why he's drawing a tear. Come on, buddy. I thought he meant David from Magic Orthodoxy. No, I'm talking about David, a different David that runs a blog called the Mind Oracle. Just look up that video called The Batman of Magic, and you'll see the post there linked. Peter says, then I've got that word tattooed on my chest because I'm a little man with big issues. Yeah, yeah, that's it. You nailed it. You nailed it. I should definitely just get that whole explanation. I considered that though, to be honest. I did consider getting like a whole explanation of what people have told me. Like, dude, you should stop getting tattoos because it's stupid. They're permanent, and you're not going to be able to get rid of them unless you like just have a whole paragraph of that explaining somebody telling me why I shouldn't get a tattooed. Right? I thought that would be funny, but I've seen people do that before. And Sean Devine, who frequents these lives from time to time, he mentioned an idea that I was considering getting, but then I saw that people did it already, which is to get a tattoo of things I hate, right? So list of things I hate. Number one, lists. Number two, tattoos. And number three would be irony, right? That's funny. I like that. But people done that. I've already seen that. I saw that on Pinterest. So I don't want to get that. Whereas these are kind of unique, right? They're kind of different. They stand out. I'm a little bit of a hipster in that I don't want to copy other people. I want to kind of innovate on my own. And by innovate, I mean get retarded tattoos on my person. I like the Coke Zero product placement, logo out. Well, now, unfortunately, because of branding, it seems like they've decided to go, no. We're going to market this thing so it looks like regular Coke. So the other day, I grabbed a box of regular Coke thinking it was Coke Zero, and I had to return it because if it's regular Coke, I wouldn't drink it. It's too many calories, too much sugar. It's stupid. Whereas this is fake calories that tricks my body into thinking that I'm partaking in sweets, and probably going to contribute to early onset diabetes and or cancer. But it at least tastes good and doesn't have sugar up front. But I'm glad that you appreciate my product placement of a company that will never sponsor me in a million years. I only dabble in mentalism, so I'm biased, says Michael Lawrence. I guess in reference to talking about the jerks. By the way, a spade, having a spade tattoo, I think is a sign of, is it Queen of Spades? I think it's like a swinger. Another one, not a swinger, but when you are somebody that has your significant other, right? When it's someone that has your significant other watch you get banged by other dudes, you get a Queen of Spades tattoo, I believe. I'm not 100% on that. But I remember looking up the meanings of cards for a video that I was making, and Queen of Spades came up as one of those. When you get a playing card or a Queen of Spades tattoo, it means that you have your significant other watch you get banged by usually strong people of color, right? Let's just be honest there. Corn Pop says, "What's up, Piggy? It's been a while. I've been locked up for a few months." I believe that. I believe that. You say that, but I believe, which is, by the way, way cooler than any magic trick, way cooler than any thing possible that I could share on this channel, that you actually got locked up. You did something, right? You did something that got you to prison, which is kind of punk, right? Kind of hardcore, as opposed to magic tricks. So you've probably spent your time better in prison than here on this channel. But good to see you're out, man. Good to see you're in the normal population. You're in civilian attire and not in an orange jumpsuit. Steve Brooksy says, first of all, I said, this guy's so funny. Thank you, Steve Brooksy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you, especially you with your wondrous and amazing work on the Magic Cafe. So it really means a lot to me when you say things. Andy's from New York and has some good flings that he wrote about in his books. Okay, then I need to maybe double down and check that out. But I don't know. I got California vibes from him. I don't know. I got Cali vibes, right? Which is an insult in my books. If somebody says, oh, you must be from California, those are fighting words. Like if somebody were to tell me that, I'd throw down. And by throwing down, I mean, let's see, what can I do with my height in a normal fight? I could probably throw something at you. I'd probably grab something in a nearby vicinity. Rey Mysterio. I could Rey Mysterio you, right? Like jump up, grab your eye, and then try to do as much damage before inevitably I get my ass whooped. Because let's be honest, I'll lose every fight that I'm a part of, but I'm taking something with me, right? You're not gonna leave normal. There's gonna be something weird, right? Your leg's gonna be, you're gonna get bit in the leg. Something's gonna happen to you if you get in a fight with me. The other one, but speaking of getting bit, I had a cop buddy of mine. His dog bit the shit out of my leg. Just bit the shit out of me. Bleeding. I have a bruise on my leg. Luckily, it's not infected, at least as far as I could see. But motherfucker bit me. This further, I hate animals. I hate pets. I hate the idea of domestication of animals. I'm with PETA on that, right? Total animal liberation. No pets. Oh, but the dogs are cute. I don't care, right? This could be me with a dog right now, just ending its life, and my blood pressure wouldn't change. I would, this is wonderful for terms of service for YouTube. But I would end the dog, right? I would pass away the dog, and then this would be my next step. You ready? This would be exactly how it would go. I should go on a walk. That's how it would go. Right, exactly like that. I'm not a fan of that, and especially added by the fact that look at what it bit me, just bit me for no reason, motherfucker. And the worst part is this dog's taller than me, right? It's this massive thing, just bites my fucking. No, thank you, man. No, thank you. I'm not for pets. If you're a pet, get out of here. All right, I'm not a fan of that. I get it. They're cute, right? Oh, you're gonna show me a picture of a dog that's smiling with his little tongue out. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you could get me. All right, by sending me pictures of dogs doing, like if you send me a picture of a dog with like a funny hat, all right, okay, I get that, right? Or oh look, here's a duck, right? That's another one that I've seen that are pets, right? Little duck, right? Wagging his little tail. Yeah, I'm a fan of that, right? But then realistically, no, I hate the idea of having to care for something that's only going to last a fraction of your life. Right, in 10 years that dog's dead, and look at me, I've dropped all my emotion onto this animal that it's gonna have to perish within not even a bowel movement's worth of time. Right, so no thank you, not a fan. It's because it bit you because you're a jerk. I was perfectly nice to the dog. I fucking, do all the things that you got to do with a dog to let it, understand that you're not a threat, right? And then it was nice, and then it comes around and then just snips and bites the shit out of my leg, and now it's bruised. The bruise because of this fucking massive jaw, right? I should have been a bitch about it and been like, oh my god, I'm gonna take you to court. Oh, you fucking, but no, right? Is just be fucking better with that stupid dog, or just don't have a dog at all. They could smell it on me. Early onset, no, right on time onset diabetes, says Heat Shield. Yeah, you're right. Especially it runs in my family, so I can't wait. Richard Dominguez says good afternoon, PC. What's up, dog? Just trying to speak in language that you understand, What's up, dog? What's up, Rich? How you doing? Homeboys in the house, right? Sometimes I wonder. Pigs, why not do a night downstairs in the castle next year in LA? Somebody just recently bought out the castle, from my understanding, right? Somebody just recently bought it out. I was trying to do a video on that, but I realized it would probably not come off well. probably come off a little bit shitty, but I want to do a video on the Magic Castle and their whole controversy from a couple years ago, and do a whole like little deep dive, right? Go into the articles, go into the things, make it a little bit of a doco, make it a little bit of a documentary. But I figured that it wouldn't ending up well for me in terms of other people making compilations. I just saw one recently of me with accusations made at my character. Just saw one, and the video contradicts itself, right? Because it's me making, references to this individual and how attractive they are, and the context of the video was, I'm phobic of these particular individuals. But the entire video is me saying that I would have intercourse with this particular individual, which I think is the opposite of being phobic. So that was a little bit interesting, right? That was a fun little video that I saw recently. I believe timed it just right for my birthday. I saw that video pop up, which was quite interesting. It's the worst proof that you have. That's what it is, right? It's like, hey, I want to have intercourse with this individual. I think they're very attractive. Whoa, dude. What? That's crazy, man. You're a phobe. Ridiculous. Phil says, oh my God, PigCake acts like he's the toughest dude, doesn't give a shit about dogs, but the moment he interrogates it, it's because he's afraid of loving dogs and he's being hurt when they leave him. Yeah, let's be honest, that's what it is. I don't want to be hurt, all right? I just recently had a dog that I grew up with pass away, right? Family members having a problem with a dog. And then I could imagine how much it hurt. And as a matter of fact, the other day I mentioned I was at my mom's house and they give you a card. When you put your dog down, I didn't know this, but this is devastating. They give you a little card where they put its little paw print on it. And they go, oh, this is the last paw print that the dog made. It's like, oh, I don't want to look at that. I'm out here like pretending like I just saw the end of what's a movie I bawled out in? Was it Coco? No, that was a movie that I bawled my eyes out because it reminded me of childhood. And I was like, oh my God. I don't want to be bawling because I don't want to give my emotion and my love to something that I'm going to have to say goodbye to so soon, right? I don't want that. So yeah, you caught me. You caught me. All right. Elon bought the castle, no more locked door. Good one. That's it. You know what? You get the pin. You get the pin, heat shield. I didn't know you could do this, but I'm going to pin that message to the top of it. You won the pin of the live stream. That's a thing that there is now. Usually it's a pin of shame, right? If somebody says something dumb, I imagine I just pin it and be like, no, motherfucker. Here you go. Now everybody gets to laugh. But you get the pin of comedy. That's a great one. Magic for beginners. What's up, dog? It was Titanic for sure. It was Titanic for sure. I don't know what you're referencing there. Let's see if you left a comment before. I think I saw it here scrolling through. Hi, Magic Man. But yeah, I forgot the context of that because my memory is that of a goldfish. I was saying up for a non-magician membership for the Magic Castle, specifically the initiation fee. Right before I saved enough money, they doubled it. How much is it? How much is it? That's kind of odd. Ane says, isn't it phobic to try to suppress gay men speaking about their love for men? Well, in this case, it wasn't a man that I was talking about, right? But we'll keep it there. But I just saw a video, right, come up to me, a video accusing me while I'm in the video doing stuff that directly opposes that. I don't know. I just found it funny. I got a bill, says Jono Howlett, and the receipts. And that's in reference to what? Context. You guys got to do context here, dogs. You guys got to do context. Oh, the movie I cried at? No, I didn't cry in the Titanic. I was angry in the Titanic, right? And then, oh no, there wasn't space for them, right? Everybody says, no, Jack could have gotten on the fucking door that he was on. Listen, all right? As a Cuban man, even though I don't swim, all right? It's in my family lineage to swim here and to float on things that shouldn't be used. Refrigerators, right? We've used refrigerators to get here to freedom. We've used, boats made out of just shit you find in a house, carpet, tape, stuff that you just find in a household. People have used to get here, right? So of course, these two people, right? I don't want to be, I don't want to say the whites, right? The on the door with no logic. Oh no, save yourself, Rose. I'm gonna drown here. They both fit. They both fit on it, right? A door is buoyant. It's not gonna sink down. It's gonna float. So if she's on it with him on it, they're gonna float. And why not just, there were nearby rafts. Just get on one of the rafts, dude. Pull him up enough, right? So that he's on the fucking door. Give him some time to breathe. And then, hey, raft, get over here. Save this guy too. He's almost going to die. But no, instead it's like, no, I'm going to kill myself. And you could have gotten that rich poon for a long, long time. Although she didn't age well, to be honest. If she went from, I mean, she was 87 years old, granted, when she was telling the story, which is, by the way, gross. I'm sorry to divert here, but Titanic as a whole is just a terrible movie. I hated it. The only good thing about it was the Celine Dion track, right? That's the only good thing about the entirety of the movie, but just stupid. It's just a dumb movie. And you know what? The other good part about the movie was, what's the name of the guy? Zane? Something, is it Billy Zane? The same dude that played the bad guy in The Mummy. Tremendous actor, right? He's the only person that's worthwhile in the movie, and Celine Dion being the song of that movie. But the rest of the movie is just dumb. And there's this old lady telling the story back, right, where she's talking about, she's old and wrinkly, and she's like, yeah, so he made love to me like nobody's ever made love before. I don't want to hear this coming from you. Because if I'm listening to you tell me the story, I'm not seeing what the people are seeing that's in your little head. I'm just visualizing you as an old hag getting destroyed by this young stud, right? So the movie is gross in that capacity. Is this old lady retelling the story? Not a fan of it. Billy Zane. Billy Zane was the only other part that was great, and that's about it. But the rest of the movie is just gutter trash. Celine Dion made it worth it, but it's stupid. Get on the fucking raft. Save yourself, dude. You got mediocre vag, all right, from this girl that's been with this other guy. So, he's giving like half-ass cock because, let's be honest, rich guys, they make up for it by having a bunch of stuff, right? So Billy Zane, he looks like the type to give mediocre penis in that movie. In other places, he looks like he's great. As for example, he was in Magic Man, which is a movie that I reviewed maybe 3 years ago. And that was an interesting little movie that he was in. He looked like he would just decimate you for hours. Tantric, right? Tantric is what he looked like. But in that movie, he looked like a scrub. He looked like a rich snob. Like an in and out, oh, was it good for you? And then he's on to bigger and better things, right? That's what he looked like in the movie. So you have Leo DiCaprio come in here, give this girl some poor penis, right? Which is, it's going to be good penis. And then she lets him drown. She just says, no, I'm not going to take you on this boat. She could have gotten that poor penis for the rest of her life, is my point. Let's go through here. Sorry, Zappity Boom. Phil Smith. Yeah, Phil Smith had too much Titanic talk, and he's like, I'm out. I'm good. When you said the term Billy Zane's cock, that's when I decided to leave the stream. Zappity Boom says new local magician members now pay $2,500 initiation fee and $150 a month. What do you get? Oh, sorry. New local members pay $6,000 initiation fee and $225 a month. What do you get? What do you get for that? I hope that you're getting something, a favor. You get a hit. You get like one mob hit for that price. $6,000. That's a lot of money. Yeah, then she throws a blue heart into the ocean for lulz. You throw this multi-million-dollar thing into that thing would have been ridiculous. Ridiculous, but instead you throw it to make a point. No, come on. Be better, Rose. Be better. You get less money in your pocket. Yeah, that's hysterical. Wow, what's that? Okay. The phone is ringing. Let's see how that ends up on the stream. I know that I have this thing connected, so that shouldn't affect the stream. But I'm getting a phone call now. from the same phone that I'm streaming from. So let's see how that affects it. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Okay. I'm glad. Usually before, when I don't have a direct line on the actual phone, it would stop the entire stream and I'd get really, really unhappy. But luckily now, that's not the case. You get less money in your pocket and no access to the library. So what are you paying for? What are you paying for then? For that much? I don't understand. What the fuck are you paying for if you're paying that much for a subscription? Meanwhile, I'm bitching about Las Vegas being too expensive, and that just seems overkill for not a lot in return. Let's see, psychic. When did phobia mean to stop meaning fear? Says Gutbuster Mike. That's another one. True, right? Phobia, at least in psychology, when I took it, meant irrational fear of something. So an irrational, pervasive. I think there were like 5 P's that you had to be a part of, or 3 P's. I'm kind of rusty, but one of them was pervasive, um, irrational fear of something, right? So I agree with you there. Randy Pitchford is looking to buy the Magic Castle, says Richard. That's what I thought. That's what I was reading up. But for that much, I just hope you get something, dude. I just hope you're getting something in return. Because that seems like absolutely a lot of money to throw in on just saying, oh, I'm a member of the Magic Castle. It's like, okay, that lets me know that you're paying that much for essentially nothing. I'm disappointed you have a generic ringtone. Yeah, I used to have songs as my ringtone, but I realized you're that guy now, right? You're that guy that whenever your phone rings up, you end up having fucking what? Shawn Michaels' entrance song from WWE as your ringtone. I think I've matured a little bit past that point. I'm no longer at that stage in my life where I have, what's the other one that I used to have? John Cena. I used to have John Cena's theme. They were all wrestlers' themes that I had as ringtones for my phone. And I think I'm a little bit past that age now. So once Randy buys it, that fee will go up. For what? $6,000? That's like a down payment on a car, dude. What? 6 grand? Or that's a car, technically. If you want to get a Toyota, if you want to get one of Jabrizi's cars, right? One of those ones that he used in that lit music video, that's that car. That's kind of nuts. Doesn't make any sense. AJ says, if you're a musically Latin dude, you could do a lap dance for Maven to waive the fee. That's another one, I'm sure. I could probably do that. We have the same hair, me and Max, right? Let's see how it looks like here on camera. Of course, there's a little bit of a delay. We have the same hair. Actually, we don't have the same hair because he at least has the little peak here. I lost my little peak. I lost it. I tried to minoxidil it back. I tried to use the derma roller on it, but it's gone. It's gone. It's non-existent. It's unfortunate, but you know what? It goes with age, as does your hairline. I have hair everywhere where it doesn't count. Thick, tremendous hair from here back, right? I think I'd rather have a bald spot than lose the front of my hair. But the front of my hair, that's what's receding, or that's what's gone, essentially. So that sucks. I'd rather deal with a bald spot that you could just fucking hide it back here. I could hide it. I could, maybe put like a yarmulke on it, right? Do that. But no. Instead, I have the regressing hairline. And then I have so much other hair. So learn from me. Jabrizi buying ads. I had one where he was waving cash and doing money. I was considering getting ads. The other day I couldn't sleep, so I'm like, maybe I should just get ads for my shit on Facebook. It doesn't make sense. Right now, my only advertisement is YouTube, right? That's a terrible advertisement. That's a terrible place to advertise. So why don't I just start doing Facebook ads and maybe get a return on the PigCake Academy stuff, right? Do it that way. I haven't done that yet. Maybe I should do that though, because I feel like I should put a little bit and then treat that as an investment, and then maybe get my numbers up a little bit in that. Once the front hair is gone, just go back to OG style vids without your face. Easy. That's true, but I do have a life outside of videos, right? So then I have to hide it with hats and shit. That's another thing. Anytime you see a hat, you know what's happening. You're covering something. People just don't wear hats to wear hats. They wear hats to cover something. I wear hats to at least mask my hairline. If I don't have the glasses or the hat, right? You see everything. Like, look how much forehead you see without the glasses, and with the hat at least non-existent. My head becomes a little bit more prominent, but then you get the glasses, that kind of masks it, and then the hat, and guess what? It's gone. Right? It's not as prevalent as it was. Facebook ads used to be decent back in the days. Used to advertise the photo shoots and got ROI from them. Not sure what they're like these days. Yeah, but I'm sure going from zero advertising to something would probably get something in return, right? I'm not sure if we'd get recurring people, right, checking it out and being a part of it, but maybe that goes with just doing multiple ads to targeted individuals, right? Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But I'll probably end up trying that and seeing if that works. Because right now I'm not advertising. Right now my shit is just, hey, here's a YouTube video. That's it. That's the advertisement. I need to be smart about it. I mean, it works for people like Jabrizi, and God knows he's not banking on his quality of videos. It's not really the quality there, right? It's whatever the fuck else. The hot girls that he gets. And he gets some ridiculously attractive girls. They were complaining 4 years ago about the dues. I just want to know, what do you get from that? Like, you pay, let's say, okay, right now I'm an idiot, right? My parents are related, and I decide to pay the dues for the Magic Castle. I'm like, hi, I'd like to be a member. Here's $6,000. All right, how much a month? 225. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. Let me do that. Paying that a month. Now, what do I get in return from that? Because you said there's no access to the library. What do I get? Do I get a shirt? Do I get like a pat in the back? Do I get to go to shows? I guess maybe that might be it. Magic for beginners, you'd hope so. Yeah, you could target specific hobbies, so you could aim at people interested in magic. Only spend money on ads that you have reached them. I did that on YouTube for a little bit, which was kind of funny because people would always tell me, "Oh, I saw your ad in front of the Chris Ramsey video that I watched." I'm like, "Haha, yeah, they're working then," and they were quite they can't be used anymore, unfortunately, because YouTube changed their terms for their ads. So before, the ad that I would have, there was one where I rolled up on a motorcycle, right? I have that one. Then I'm like, hey, join the PigCake Magic Academy, whatever. And then the other one was for the channel, which was stupid because I ended up paying money to advertise my channel. But it was, hi, do you have a big penis? Do you like card tricks? Well, then check out the PigCake channel. You'll grow your penis there. Something terrible, right? But I remember I spent quite a little bit of money on those ads, learning how to use ads because I didn't know. So I put money and they show my ad. Great. And then all your ads end up going to India, right? Which is great. But then I learned it eventually, but it took a little bit of money to learn how to do that. Gotta go. Speak soon. See ya, man. Good to have you on the stream. Magic for Beginners. MFB, right? MFB. I need to end my existence. You could sell reservations to the Magic Castle pretty locally in Los Angeles on the DL, so you could get those $250 a month making reservations. Oh, so you become essentially a promoter for a club, right? You become a promoter, essentially. That's what you're doing. Like, hey, yo, man, just say my name when you get in there, and I'll get you $60. I'll get you here for $60. That's essentially what you're doing, which is great for magicians. Sounds like a terrible time. It says, oh, you get to sign up on weekdays and Sundays to do 20 minutes in one of their basement rooms. That's great. That's why I would thrive, right? Like, hey, do 20 minutes in the tiny, hot, because the AC doesn't reach there, basement room, and then you could do your little set. All right, that'd be a fun time. I discovered you thanks to the ads. Yeah, right? So I got quite a bit of people that discovered me based on the ads. But my goal now is to kind of increase the numbers on the academy, right? So it's not really to increase subs. That's pointless. So it's to increase numbers on the academy. So I need to consider doing ads for the academy. But the question is, are they going to be effective? Is that going to be enough to entice people? Because a lot of magicians now have subscription services, a lot of them. Before, when I started doing it, I think your boy was innovating on that game. As far as individual people, there weren't really a lot of people doing it. Maybe like one or two or three. Now it's like 15 to 20 just are the ones that are well known are doing it. So that's kind of odd. So I need to kind of figure that out, how to compete with them, because now it's become competition. Before it's like, oh, it's all right. No, now it's, hey, this is why I'm better than them. So join me because I'm better than the other ones. So it becomes a little bit iffy. I discovered you through the Penguin Magic podcast. That was interesting. That was a fun one. Me and Eric talk from time to time, but he has his head on straight. That was a great one, and I was glad to talk to him because it was about iffy issues that I think I realized too once I started doing videos for illusionists, right? Because I existed in this little niche in the magic community. I exist in this little niche, right? It doesn't really span to the general population. And I do get recognition and shit on. At least I got recognition, which was odd to me. Like when I went to Blackpool, gone to Magi Fest, people are like, "Oh my god, hey, I see your shit." I'm like, "Oh fuck, that's nice." But in the general population, I don't think that a lot of people knew about my style and the way I did things, right? So then when I started making videos for Illusionist, um, like the first video they put up was a Instagram video, and whoo, you know what? Let's look through the comments now. Let's look through the comments now and see how that went, right? And I thought it was a pretty innocent video. I haven't really seen the comments because I can't even sign in. I hope I could sign in without having to confirm. Of course, I have to fucking confirm. I can't even look at them. All right, I guess that'll be the next stream, right? That'll be the next stream, me going through those comments. But I thought it was a pretty innocent joke. It wasn't anything that was incendiary, right? But all the comments, who the fuck is this guy? What's that shirt? Wow, really? You're going to make jokes about gaslighting? Yeah, it's an argumentative technique, right? It's something you say in arguments. It's a thing, right? It exists. So the word and the joke there was make your phone vanish, so then you could get into an argument with your significant other as to your phone never existing, right? Oh, I never had a phone to begin with. So yeah, that was the bit, and then just all the comments, and then the stretching of that joke, like, oh wow, you're really undermining childhood trauma. What are you talking about? I remember seeing that. I'm like, all right, this is fucking nuts. So that was the first like kind of thing that I got from the general magic population. Like I never understood that because I wasn't part of it. I just existed on the peripheral. But then I noticed that, and I don't think the general magic population likes your boy Piggy, right? I don't think they're fond of your boy Piggy. I've realized that, but that's fine. That's okay. Too bad they had you promote that illusionist 50% off early bird sale. That was an epic scam. It wasn't a scam. It was genuine, right? I was very surprised that they would have a 50% off sale. I thought they were going to extend it, but they didn't do that. But it worked out. I mean, there was a lot of shit. Mind you, when they first approached me, like, hey, what do you want to do? What is it that you want to do? I'm like, oh, it'd be great if you guys send me some products. And I went through the list of stuff, and I'm like, let me pick out the most expensive cool shit. All right, Pyro, this wallet, that. All right, let me get all that, and then that's what I used for the videos. But I thought it was pretty reasonable to do that. But what was the? Well, I was going somewhere. I was going somewhere with that. Oh, the first video they posted of me. Yeah, the first video they posted of me, which let me know the general population's take on Piggy. Right. The other one, too, which I thought was innocent, was the shirt that says "Short but my dick tall." Right. I've always taken that shirt for granted. Right. And thought that it was just a dumb joke. It's a lyric from a rap song. And I thought that it would be funny to have that as the background. Right. So one thing on TikTok, here's a little tip. Right. On TikTok, what you want to do is that you want to have something weird in the background. Or you want to have something odd there. You want to have something like maybe like an alien in the background, or an interesting shirt, right? So then the comments are about the shirt, and you get a lot of comments, and then that kind of helps the algorithm, right? Because it's engagement. So I thought I could do that. And get some comments based on the shirt because it was a funny shirt. Instead, the comments that I got were like, what? This is disgusting. This is nasty. What the fuck is wrong with you? You got a dick on your shirt? Is this what you're promoting to kids? Getting a dick on your shirt? It got from the word dick to a penis, essentially, on my shirt. It's not what it was. It was a shirt that said, show up with my dick tall. It's a funny joke, right? It's not even too funny. It's just really a more of an observation, right? But instead it's like it turned into telephone. Like what? He had a shirt with it that said dick on it? What? He had a shirt with a dick on it? What? He had his dick out? Wow. Fuck. All right. So general population doesn't like pig cake. It's good that general magicians don't dig you. It's one of the many reasons we all do. Yeah, I guess. Artistically, yes. Financially, not really, because I still want to delve into that general magic population and try to entice them to buy my services. But artistically, yeah, no, 100%, and that's kind of what I like. I want to find a good midpoint because I don't want to necessarily branch into the general magic population, but I do want to have a little bit of that crossover. I'm like, hey, here's an ad for this magic subscription service. Join it. Here's what you get. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. I hated that video about the sale, but only because the prior week I had purchased both of PD. Yeah, that was a lot of comments. That was a lot of comments that I noticed. It's like, yo, dude, now, I just got this 14 weeks ago. Or I just got this fucking 2 days ago. So yeah, that was a lot of it. Let me go through here. Sorry, I skipped some comments here. I apologize. Maybe you get a library NFT. Yeah, if you join the Magic Castle, you get a library NFT. That'd be fucking hysterical. Where does that castle money go? Surely the overhead isn't shit. Well, for that money, fuck. I have to imagine. It has to. Technically, it has to go to the acts. Maybe it has to go to the magicians they get, to the whatever the lectures they book. Right? I don't know. I really don't. But I just can't justify paying that much for. Let me actually look it up. You know what? Let's look up what you get. The Magic. I'm here talking on my ass when I realize the internet's right here. I could just research this. The Magic Castle initiation. What they don't tell you about is the lubrication that you need to put inside of your anus once you register. Here it says from 2017 it was $1,500. Okay. Let's see. As an associate member is anyone above the age of 21 who loves the art of magic and wants the benefits of the clubhouse and the benefits of the clubhouse. Ooh, yada yada yada. It doesn't say the price though. Let's see. Fuck me. Any question? No, I want to. Okay, show me how I could apply membership. Associate membership. No, it doesn't tell me. Junior society. It doesn't say the price here on the website, which I think is on purpose because, well, obviously that would kind of deter people. This was from 2019, right? So 2017, it said $1,500, $750 per year. And that was the thing, right? Now, obviously, that's gone up, but it doesn't say it anywhere. At least on the website, I can't find it. This seems like a fucking clusterfuck. But I want to know what the benefits are. It just is very, very generic. I think the general magicians actually realized the deal they would get from the PigCake Academy. They would ignore everything that they hate about you. Right? That is the other one. Yeah, right? Maybe. But then I don't think they could see through the dick jokes. And the oil and gas card trick videos, right? The other one that I put yesterday that I actually watched for the first time in a while is I watched the Proving Magic is Terrible Mathematically video. And I think that might be my favorite video. I think that one might actually be it. I'm always hard-pressed between the dumpster video and that one. But I generally think that one is actually my favorite one because of just the timing on things. I really enjoyed the way that one ended up. And I thought it was particularly humorous as to how the math added up to 9/11. 9/11. And the cuts were also particularly funny. But I'm done sucking my own penis. You have to email to get the current pricing. That's funny. You have to claim that you're a historian to get in. You have to audition if you're a magician. Okay. but still, that's an absurd amount of money to pay for that. What's your thought on Blaine's magic course? I haven't checked it out. I saw the list of things that are on it, and I think it's interesting, man, because Blaine, right? Chris Angel, I think for a little while tried teaching stuff, and it was pretty shit, right? So he did. Um, I think he tried to do like a series. The first one was the coin and can, but Wayne Houchin obviously is the one was the forefront of that video, if I recall correctly. And then he tried to do a little series, and it just ended up being shit. But I think David Blaine is an actual fan of sleight of hand magic. Like he's an actual fan, whereas Chris Angel isn't really, and you could tell by his shoddy work, right? But David Blaine, I think, grew up studying it, and he actually became a lover of the art. Whereas I feel like I don't know, Chris Angel just uses it, if that makes sense. That could sound shitty, but I think it is. But that's just the appearance that I get, right? So I think that if anyone were to be able to teach magic, and you would, want to listen, it would be David Blaine. It would definitely be David Blaine, because I know that the course is more geared towards beginners, right? It's not really something that's geared towards advanced magicians. But I would love to hear his stuff on like memorized deck work. I would love to hear his shit on like specific stuff, right? Like in a crowd work. Like I'd like to hear his take on that. Would I like to hear him teach me the fucking key card trick? Not really, right? Not really. But I still think it's an interesting idea to have him teaching stuff. Blaine's no teacher, and though I can't stand Pandora, at least he's a good teacher. Pigs is generally my favorite teacher of all of them. I think it comes from me actually being a teacher at some point in my life, right? So maybe that's where it comes from. But I enjoy that. I enjoy that more so than I do the performing part. I don't really perform often, if at all. But I enjoy the like the creating part of it and the teaching part more than anything. So that's where I get my jollies off when it comes to magic. So I would do tutorials based on what I would need in order to get through the trick, right? So that's kind of the way I structure it. But I have seen people do it, and it's not hard, but it's also not easy, right? To do it in a way that's enough for people to understand where you're going. But I'm glad, AJ. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate that, dog. Stu Batman says, I've joined mainly for the cards, but looking forward to see how he teaches. Right? Yeah, it's interesting, and it's at a price point again where I think that you're not going to jump impulsively on it. You're going to jump on it if you're somebody that's serious, and I hope that the content conveys that. But it's definitely, obviously, leagues professionally shot. Like everything's tremendous, but I want to see how it ends up. What I thought I did a bit, right? I want to do a bit. Maybe I'll say it here, whatever. I'm gonna wait till it's no longer in sale, and then the video is gonna be. So the video is gonna be PigCake reviews David Blaine's magic course, and I'm gonna wait till it's expired, and then not be able to join it, and then that's the video. So that's the bit. I don't know. It sounded funny when I thought of it, but we'll see how I could do it. Pandora commenting on the video is awesome. I don't recall what he commented. We need an East Coast Magic Castle alternative. We need a South Miami. We need a Miami magic scene. All right, that's what we need here. We need to make Miami a magic, have Miami be a magic scene. Not because I live here, but because look at the city. The city is known for beaches and bitches and beautiful people, right? And yet, funnily enough, maybe that's why there's no magicians here, because they don't want to show up and then, fucking be intimidated by the gorgeous people that live here. But come on, right? We have Vegas, that's overdone. California, drop a pin anywhere in California and it's gonna be shit, right? You have New York, which is all right, but if somebody sneezes on one side of the city, you're breathing it. Everything's just congested, it's condensed. Miami, it's open, right? You have the beach. It's a beautiful city. Let's do some magic stuff here, right? Have a magic convention here. The beach, I imagine the Miami Beach Convention Center, it's definitely probably cheaper than Magic Live, right? There's something there, dude. Come on, work with something. Me and Daniel actually were thinking of it, and we're like, oh, we wouldn't make money on the first couple of years, but we could maybe establish like credibility, have like a magic convention, and then host it, and then try to do it and book it and be in debt until eventually it turns into something, if at all. But we actually talked about that, and I think that would be an interesting project. But I just don't understand why it's in all these magic conventions are in terrible cities. Fucking Blackpool, a Columbus. What? Okay, yeah, great choice there, buddy. That's a frighteningly good description of New York. Yeah, I know because it's first of all, if you want to go anywhere to the magic places in New York, it's all like you have the Monday Night Magic, whatever, right? It's in a shady part of town. Tenants, you have to get into a coffin elevator, right, where it fits half of a person, and you're there, so it fits me perfectly. But you're essentially claustrophobic. Everyone's sneezing all over the place. There's just garbage on the streets, right? I'm feeling like I'm gonna get stabbed in every fucking waking moment. So no, thank you. No, no, thank you for that. But you know what? I think that's the stream. I think that's gonna be it. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be going to Magic Live. I think that's too costly. It doesn't really make much sense to make that. I thought it was gonna be reasonable, but no, your boy's not gonna do that. So unfortunately, if you were gonna go there, I'm gonna treat myself to shoes and masturbate, more so than doing that. But I think that's the stream itself, right? Thank you guys for joining. Right, if you haven't seen the videos for this past week, make sure to check them out. They're good, they're fun. One is on psychics. The other one, I believe, is a freebie from the academy. It's I think a pretty interesting idea on how to use out to lunch as a multiple out. Good shit. Apart from that, here's the part that I got to stand up because my production value is negative because I have to go to the phone and turn it off. Right, so you get a nice little bit of a crotch shot here. Right, hopefully it's facing the right direction so that it doesn't face the camera and then end up giving a little bit of that. What's it called? Moose knuckle, right? But thank you guys for watching. And as always, I don't know. I don't know. Let's think about this. Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? That's a good way to end it. I said that's a good way to